Wednesday, the 4th of July 2018, 9:35 London. Alliance News. London stocks opened lower on Wednesday with U.S. markets shut for Independence Day, as focus in the UK and the day ahead lies on the Services Purchasing Managers Index reading for June. With U.S. markets closed for Independence Day, liquidity is likely to be thinner than normal. Amid ongoing trade tensions in the U.S. due to impose tariffs on $34 billion of Chinese goods on Friday, market sentiment is likely to remain soft, said analysts at Lloyds Banking. Compass was dragging on the FTSE 100 as it announced the resignation of its finance director, while Sainsbury edged higher after its first quarter results. The FTSE 100 index was down 0.3%, or 23.23 points, at 7,570.06. The mid-cap FTSE 250 index was down 0.2%, or 42.45 points, at 20,622.77. The AIM All-Share Index was flat at 1,079.89, the CBOE UK 100 was down 0.2% at 12,828.74, the CBOE UK 250 was down 0.2% at 18,861.21, and the CBOE UK Small Companies was flat at 12,601.09. To come on Wednesday is the UK Services PMI at 0930 BST. The services data comes after a strong set of UK PMI readings for June thus far, with both the manufacturing and construction scores coming in above consensus forecasts. The PMI is seen unchanged from May's reading of 54, with any score above 50 indicating expansion in the sector. As services account for the bulk of UK GDP, today's outturn is by far the most important of the three. While market expectations are for an unchanged 54.0, we see scope for a modest improvement and look for an uptick to 54.5, commented Lloyds Banking. Such an outturn would support a rise in the composite PMI from June's 54.0 reading, towards a level consistent with GDP growth of around 0.4% in Q2, Lloyds added. Sterling was quoted at 1.3213 United States dollars early Wednesday ahead of the PMI, higher than 1.3187 United States dollars at the London equities close on Tuesday. There are also services PMI readings on Wednesday due from Italy, France, Germany, and the Eurozone at 0845 BST, 0850 BST, 0855 BST, and 0900 BST, respectively. In mainland Europe early Wednesday, the CAC 40 in Paris was down 0.1%, while the DAX 30 in Frankfurt was 0.2% lower. Germany's Social Democrats have said they need more time to mull the asylum policy deal struck by their coalition partners, the Christian Democrats and the Christian Social Union, before giving it their seal of approval. Social Democrat leader Andrea Nahles and her fellow party member, Finance Minister Olaf Scholz, told reporters that progress had been made after a meeting in Berlin, but that more time was needed, adding that the coalition would meet again on Thursday night. In London early Wednesday, Sainsbury's was up 0.7%, making it the second-best performer in the FTSE 100 after it said retail sales were up 0.8% in the 16 weeks to June 30th, with like-for-like sales excluding fuel growing 0.2%. The first quarter like-for-like growth was slower than the 0.9% recorded for the fourth quarter of Sainsbury's previous financial year, while total retail sales had grown 1.3% in the fourth quarter. Grocery sales grew 0.5% in the first quarter, with groceries online and convenience up 7.3% and 3.6% respectively. Argos online sales, including mobile sales, grew 12% in the period. The grocer said it has agreed a £3.5 billion financing package in relation to its proposed takeover of Walmart-owned Asda. The deal was first announced at the end of April. Compass was the second worst performer in the FTSE 100, down 1.8% after it said finance director Johnny Thompson is standing down from his role, and will leave by the end of December. The search for a successor will be started immediately, the contract caterer said. Glencore was down 1.2%, extending Tuesday's 8.1% fall as its said subsidiary Glencore Limited received a subpoena from the U.S. Department of Justice to produce documents in compliance with the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act and U.S. money laundering statutes. In the FTSE 250, National Express was 1.0% higher after winning a Moroccan bus contract worth €1 billion over the life of the agreement. The contract, servicing the cities of Rabat, Sail and Tamara, Morocco, is expected to carry 109 million passengers a year across 61 routes. It is initially for 15 years, with the option of a further 7-year extension, and services commencing within a year. Also, National Express is Spanish. SIG was down 0.9% after it said its annual expectations for underlying profit are unchanged, providing there is no further deterioration in UK market conditions. For the 6 months to June 30th, the building products supplier said revenue from continuing operations rose 0.6%, with like-for-like revenue in line with last year. In the UK, the group's markets, with continued confidence across mainland Europe and Ireland but ongoing challenges in parts of the UK construction sector, particularly commercial new build and RMI markets. In Asia on Wednesday, the Japanese Nikkei 225 index closed down 0.3%. In China, the Shanghai Composite closed down 1.0%, while the Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong is down 1.1%. The services sector in China continued to expand in June, with a PMI score of 53.9, beating forecasts for a reading of 52.7 and up from 52.9 in May. Meanwhile, Japan's services PMI came in at 51.4, up from 51.0 in May but slightly below forecasts of 51.6. By Lucy Hemming at AllianceNews.com. Copyright 2018 Alliance News Limited. All rights reserved.